Just my giant face. Right on here.
Oh, okay,
Hello,
let me
are you
sit down.
here? We are just
Mm.
on YouTube right now. Welcome. Welcome, schmelcome. Get on here. Hi, you are live on
Hi, hang on. I'm just
YouTube.
trying to
Nice to
sort my
see you.
shit out.
Hiya.
Close. I don't know that. Yeah, go.
I feel like I haven't
Oh,
seen Juliet for a really long time, and she's finally live with us on YouTube. Everyone say hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Juliet.
oh my
So
God.
nice to see you. Well done, you. She's got a t-shirt on. She's also wearing pants. You
All
may
right,
not be able to
maybe,
see that, but she does have
maybe.
pants
Have
on.
to wear pants. I have people turning up.
And she's got her shit together, which is fantasticals.
I don't know about that,
But
but we'll see. We'll
we
see.
are in somebody's birthday month. Can anyone guess? It's not me. It's Juliet's birthday
I'm below
month.
you. You're above
Yeah.
me.
Oh, am I? Okay. Well, either way, we are here together and it's Juliet's birthday month. And this month, Juliet has her amazing birthday. She's a December birthday baby. And she's,
Vegetarian all the way. We're the crazy ones.
yeah, totally. She's not a Christmas baby, which, I have a couple of clients that are Christmas babies, and I'm like, what a total ripoff.
Yeah.
Absolute ripoff. If you've
Yeah.
got your birthday on Christmas or Boxing Day, like Juliet's daughter, absolute ripoff. I'm so
And then
sorry.
her cousin is actually Christmas Day. So we have a
Ah,
Boxing Day and a Christmas Day baby in the family. So,
appalling. How did that even happen?
yeah.
Well, let's just count back 9 months. um, hey, Jules, in the light of Christmas time, today we are talking about the truth behind the Christmas elves, like the elf on the shelf.
Who does not like having fun with Elf on the Shelf? I know
Well,
we're going to have a lot of fun again this year. We have a few
yeah.
plans up our sleeves.
I know because you guys go real hard on it, right? You have little elf on the shelves. You've got like a red one and a black one, and you
Yeah.
make your grandchildren cry every
We make them work hard.
I remember because you send me
It's,
videos of it going, oh my God, look at what happened. And they are just
well,
crying their wee
we do.
eyes out.
Yeah, we do nice stuff, and then we kind of destroy things, and yeah. So we've got a few plans this year. So yeah, we'll do them and we'll post them. Yeah, no, we've had one where the kids had their own Christmas tree in the whole area, and they weren't cleaning their rooms, and they'd had warning letters from the elf basically saying you need to clean your room, guys. And it was not done. So the next night, the elf and Barbie had a party
They
and
did.
destroyed the Christmas tree, tipped it over. Just there was just stuff everywhere. Ate some of their chocolates, and he was basically in the Barbie car with his arm around Barbie, driving off into the sunset. So after leaving a big mess, and the kids had to clean it up, and he ate the chocolate. So.
Shithead. He's my kind of elf, to be honest.
They definitely cleaned up after that. So I think that they're starting to get a bit suspect on it now. Sounds like the Tooth Fairy. It's just like, what exactly is the Tooth Fairy bringing us?
They know what's going on. Hey, can we give a shout out to Carl Boma? What's going on? One of our
Hi,
very
Carl.
first visitors of the day. Nice to see y'all. I don't know who else is here, but there's a couple of other people here. Drop it in the
Yeah.
comments. Say hi. What's
Yeah, tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're from, Carl. Tell us where you're from.
Also, do you guys do Christmas elves? Like I know in the States, it's such a big thing, right? Like in
Yeah.
Christmas time, I know one of our members, Lacey, was like, oh, I need to take at least 3 days off so I can do the house and the decorations.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
do that in New Zealand too much. Like even in Australia, it's not a huge thing. Like we don't put out like the full on like lawn decorations and like house lights and that sort of stuff. But I do know that in parts of America, it is absolutely massive. So I
Yeah.
don't know, Jules, what are you doing for your Christmas? Do you know what do you know what
I'm,
I
I'm literally just sending a message to Katie now to set so she can send a picture of her tree, because Katie, my daughter, has
oh
her
she
own
has your
tree.
own.
She will not let the
Yeah.
kids touch the tree. So the kids have their own tree. It's extra. She goes,
Wow. Yeah, she is extra, all things considered. Yeah, she is. But I think, like, so Terry, my partner, has basically said, you can't have a Christmas tree this year. You have to use one of the pine trees out the front. And I'm like, we don't have lights that can go in the water because it always rains at Christmas time at our house, right? Like in New Zealand, it is like bang on. Every time it's Christmas Day, it will rain, or it will rain a couple of days prior, right? Boxing Day, the day after, not a problem. Beautiful.
Sunny.
Always
sunny and earthquakes. That's the last one I can remember down south.
Yeah, and so this is what I'm arguing with him. I'm like, I'm not putting my tinsel and my decorations on the tree outside so they can get absolutely hammered. Like, come on. So I don't know. We've got a little person now. We've got to put up a tree somewhere.
Yeah, you'll have to put one up. You got to go and buy one. Go find one. Like honestly, first day of December, first day of summer here. And I swear to God, here in Melbourne, we had 4 seasons 20 times during the day. It was hailing. It was sunny. It was windy. It was raining. Ridiculous. And then it went back to hailing. And then it was sunny again. And it was like the entire day was just horrendous. Like,
it is like that in Melbourne. It's mental. Melbourne is crazy town. And she's not even joking. I laugh about it, but she's not joking because it literally just changes on a dime. Like you can't tell. You'll go, oh, it looks like a nice day, and you'll walk outside and then it will just rain on you and you'll be like,
yeah, absolutely. Like we've had highs of 14 was yesterday, but it felt like 8, and then when the hail hit, it was like you're sitting at negative. That was the temperature.
Oh,
and then the sun came out, you were sweating. It was just like I had my jacket on and off at work so many times. And then today is 17, and then we have 31 tomorrow.
Oh, that's that's so mental.
There we go. But it's going to be super windy. So it's going to be 31, horrendous winds, and then the next day is 26 and cloudy. So welcome to summer, and then it's raining again for 2 days.
Oh my God. That's crazy town. That's not normal. Well, actually, but Melbourne's not normal. Like, we know this.
This is Melbourne weather. It's just it's got worse. It's got so bad. Like, honestly, I just want to go north, because they've only got like cyclones and fires and
safer. Is that what you're suggesting? It's safer.
Yeah.
Well, that's not safer. That's not. Hey, the next thing I need to tell you about really quickly before we talk about elves, and I've got some history around Christmas elves and that sort of stuff that we'll go into, and then we've got some funny videos to show. Stick around to the end because frick, they're hilarious. But in 2 days, Juliet, 2 days. Do you know what's happening in 2 days?
Oh, I do. I actually remember something. I do. We have an amazing woman coming on and talking to us.
We do. In 2 days, we have the amazing Heather Amaro, who is the co-host of Expedition X, coming to talk to Cryptid Women's Society. She's doing a members-only exclusive Q&A, which basically means if you are a member, you get to join in on that interview and ask questions and get real-time answers. And holy crap, I've got a shitload of questions to ask. I want to know about Josh Gates. I want to know about all of them. I want to know about everyone. I also want to know about
Castle, one of the castles that she went to. With the
I want to know
why she's like,
too many mental and wants to sit in a freaking jail cell with ghosts. Like, I need to know this stuff.
Didn't we do that? Didn't we do that?
You forced me into doing things that I didn't want to do. But she is literally like, I'm pretty sure I need to go and sit in that jail cell. And I have a lot of questions to ask. So all you have to do to get in on that exclusive members only Q&A with the beautiful Heather Amaro, co-host of Expedition X, is go over to cryptidwomensociety.com, get yourself a Truth Seeker membership. That's all you have to do. You can cancel straight after. That's all good. It might not be your cup of tea, but what you've got to do is go and get yourself a membership so that you get to join in on that members only exclusive. She doesn't do these. She did.
Ladies only. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's girls only. So if you have a girl, you can sit next to her and watch, and you can feed her questions and she can ask them. Not a problem. That is fine. If there happened to be a boy sitting a little bit off screen watching, we would be fine with that. However, all you've got to do is get your ass over to cryptidwomensociety.com, get yourself a Truth Seeker membership, and you can have access to that. And Juliet, do you know who I'm interviewing the day after Heather Amaro?
I haven't written it on my calendar, no.
She has no idea. Well,
I have no idea.
The next
because I'm working again.
She has a real job, yeah. The next day after our Heather Amaro interview, I'm actually interviewing a lady called Heather as well, but she is Heather L. Arnold, and she lives over on the island of Aruba, and she knows all about giants. So if you have any sort of interest in giants, especially when it comes to human DNA, when it comes to real evidence, she is the lady to talk to. And I'm going to be doing, again, a members only exclusive interview with her. You're going to have to wait months to see this interview. You may never get to see this interview. All you have to do is get yourself a Truth Seeker membership. That's it. Not difficult. Do it now.
Done.
Easy. Christmas elves are little shitheads, right? We know this. They're very, very, very naughty. They cause untold problems. And, you know, like, I love them because they are troublemakers, but they come from a very, very interesting place. Where
are you going with this, Lisa?
Very, very interesting place. Okay, here you go. Here's my picture of these naughty little Christmas elves.
Oh, look at
you can see these troublemakers. They are making little banana minions. And during my Halloween party in October, there were like 20 girls dressed up as minions running around. It was so good.
Oh, this is the one I think that made the kids cry because we drew moustaches on them.
On right. What? You drew them on all the bananas?
No, we drew them on the kids. Oh, so they woke up in the morning.
Oh my God. You drew the moustaches on your children. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, the memories. I'll have to try and find the photos.
That is so funny. I think, honestly, this Christmas elf deal, it really just gives parents the ability to say, haha, I'm going to cause you problems and it's not my fault, it was the elf.
Like you cause me problems, I'm going to cause you a problem. Yeah. And just getting back to having a bit of fun at Christmas, isn't it? Because everything these days is so serious, and you know, we sit up and we like literally think of ideas to do with the elves and just crack ourselves up. So it's like we come up with all sorts. So Spider-Man's going to be involved this year. So
oh my God, fun. Okay, I feel like I don't even have a Christmas elf. I feel like I need to go and get one now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I will. All right, so
Santa, I don't have an elf.
Santa, I need an elf. Tell you what, Santa, I need way more than an elf. Can the elf bring wine? Okay. Naughty elves, not the cute shelf sitters you grew up with, but the real troublemakers from old folklore, the ones who stole, tricked, lured, and caused chaos long before Christmas went way too commercial. Thank you, Disney. Actually, from Disney. If you think elves are harmless, you're about to rethink everything. So basically what I've done is I went through a couple of different types of elves or elf entities from around kind of the from the European space, because that's obviously where they kind of started from. And then I connected it back to the South Pacific. So I've got some information. Juliet, feel free to jump in and interrupt me whenever y'all want. Okay.
No.
You just do it. So long before Christmas ever borrowed the word elf, there were the Alpha, the supernatural beings in Norse and Germanic belief. They weren't small or cute. They were powerful, human-sized, and highly sensitive to how humans behaved around their land. And this is such a common thread that runs through the majority of the world, if not all of the world, right? Look after the land or you will be punished.
Yeah. And
These elves,
it's not just
sorry?
elves though. It's not just
Yeah.
elves. It's like other entities and stuff like
So
that.
many. Yeah.
From the witches and everything. It's like you
Yeah.
look after the land, and if you don't, you'll be punished.
Absolutely. And if you look at Aboriginal lore, it's very, very strong, especially through the creation stories and the dream time and stuff of look after the land or you will be punished, right? You'll get in trouble.
The bunyip will get you, the yowie will get you, the slender, scary people will get you.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Someone's going to eat you and then
something's going to get
you. So these elves lived in the hills, forests, and unseen realms and could reward or punish depending on how they were treated. You give an elf mound respect and you might get health or luck. Offend their territory and they could bring illness, nightmares, or misfortune. This is where the earliest naughty elf behavior appears, and that's in quotation marks, naughty elf. Not pretty pranks, but consequences. A broken fence, a sick cow, a night of vivid, paralyzing dreams. Ugh, freaky. Oh my God, just like the hand coming out from underneath the bed. Thank you, octopus dude. Early Scandinavians believed these weren't random events. They were responses from the elves who felt ignored, insulted, or disturbed. The ancient Elfabold, and that's probably not how you say it, a private household ritual was held to keep these elves appeased. It had no singing, no celebration, and no audience. It was treated with fear and respect because because everyone knew elves remembered everything, every sight.
Yeah.
So they remembered everything that you did, they saw, they would know, and they would respond to.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, and that kind of continues into modern day. I mean, like a lot of them back then, it wasn't like you didn't acknowledge some of them. It depends on kind of which one that you go to. Some you acknowledge, some you didn't acknowledge, and you were like, oh yeah, you can do your own thing, and I'm just going to ignore you. But there's this real thing about offering, now modern day, it's more about giving offerings and that kind of stuff. So
it's definitely changed as it's moved along and coming into modern day for sure. I've got a really cool website called worldhistory.org. Really cool website. It's an encyclopedia, and they talk about elves and dwarves in Norse mythology. So I just I had a couple of excerpts that I wanted to read from that. Tell me what you think about this, right? Because they're all connected, eh? Elves and dwarves represent minor divine figures in Norse mythology. Elves, or the Alpha, and the dwarves, the Diviga, have in common their talent for creating precious objects, skill, agility, and moral ambiguity. Oh, shit.
And take a shot.
Ambiguity. Fuck.
Ambiguity.
Dwarves appear in several important stories, such as the one about the forging of Thor's hammer or dragon's Farnif treasure. Obviously, I wasn't a Viking in my fucking former life. Elves, on the other hand, accompany the gods of poetry, but do not really have individual stories except for Vlond the Smith. They're influenced by later folklore and popular culture. We tend to think about elves, dwarves, and many other supernatural beings as having certain characteristics which make them very easily identifiable. Obviously, like the hat, the pointed ears, all that sort of stuff, which they didn't have at all. However, for pagan Northmen, the lines drawn between these characters must have been much blurrier than it is for us. We should remember as well that besides elves and dwarves, the imaginary space was also populated by Landsvita, spirits of the land, who can both bless and curse travelers. Valkyries, the helpers of Odin in picking warriors for his hall. Disser, some kind of guardian spirits. Trolls, a term used to describe evil spirits or magical mountain dwellers, and even undead creatures called the Drogar. And that's where we're going to stop on that one because I simply can't continue.
And also, a lot of people think of elves and fairy as being small, but they weren't. Back in like the olden days, back in those times, they were human size.
Yes.
They were very scary looking. They had that whole thing, but they were human size. They weren't small.
Yeah,
Yes, there
absolutely.
are like the little people that come through, like Norway, and that, dog, go away. It's there's that real kind of difference between, it's a cute little fairy, and like this giant thing
Oh,
stands up
sure.
beside you and it's quite evil looking.
And it's literally because like Disney has Disneyfied it, right? And we talk about Disneyfying things all the time. Like, they've Disneyfied the mermaids. Mermaids are scary. They are not beautiful creatures. They are scary sirens that are freaking horrible looking by
Half people,
all
half
accounts.
fish. Yeah,
Absolutely. You look at giants, you look at, oh my God, Bigfoot now. They've Disneyfied Bigfoot into being this really super friendly dude and blah, blah, blah. Well, he's not. By all accounts, he's a
by
freaking
most
scary
accounts he's
cryptid.
not.
Yeah,
there are some
absolutely.
positive interactions there, like with any animals, but
Oh, sure.
the main
Positive
part of it,
interaction, but he's not Harry and the Hendersons living in your backyard being a super friendly dude to your children, right? That is just not what it is.
It'd probably
He
eat
is
the
a
dog.
wild animal. Yeah, he's gonna eat your dog, Werewolves, Teen Wolf, he's not a friendly dude by all accounts. Like especially Dog Man and werewolves, like they are pretty scary entities. And they have been Disneyfied like everything. And the same with fairies, Tinkerbell, elves. And to your point, Jules, I love that you brought that up, the size of them. In New Zealand, we have the Patu Paraihi, which are not tiny beings. They are Avatar, essentially. They are human-sized or taller than humans, very slender, very elongated, with blue luminescent skin or a skin tone of blue luminescence kind of thing, red or orangey hair, very, very sharp teeth because they eat cooked. The deal is, depends on who you talk to. They either really love raw food and hate the smell of cooked food, or if you go to another tribe, they really like it the other way around and they can't stand the smell of raw food. So
but isn't that really funny? Because we talk about, they talk about these blue fairies that come in and they're quite dangerous looking. What color are the Palladians? What color are the Nordic aliens?
Sure.
It's like all these kind of certain things kind of come through. It's like, okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's always been a connection to me. Like you look at the New Zealand fairies or the Māori fairies, then you look at Avatar, which is basically what they are. James Cameron's literally taken that folklore or that lore. And then you connect it to the fact that the Māori people celebrate Matariki, which is the Māori New Year. However, it is celebrating the Pleiades seven sisters.
Systems,
Right? It is the Pleiades star system, which I'm like, are we making the connections here, team? Yeah? All right.
They were just naughty little Palladians.
Yeah, well, I'm like, are we all like, we're celebrating the Pleiades star system, right? And then, he comes in and flashes his lights at us and you kind of go, yeah, there was something definitely going on with the peoples that lived here and their connection and their communication with star people, right?
Yeah, same as here,
Oh, for sure, yeah. Okay, so my second little elf kind of being is the German elf, the nightmare bringer on your chest. Which I was just like, oh crap, holy, that's not something that really makes me happy. But okay. No. All right, so in German folklore, the Alp, A-L-P, was an elf-like being known primarily for one thing: visiting people at night and sitting on their chest.
Oh, that's so delightful.
What would you do if you woke up and saw this thing sitting there watching you?
You'd be like, through your brain, you'd be going, is this like Yoda, or is that little rat thing from Star Wars? No, oh shit.
Well, he is. On my chest he is. What do you do? Oh my God. So this is the origin of the word nightmare. Nightmare originally meant night elf. So I thought that was a really interesting connection. I'd never heard that before. I didn't know
that's
that.
interesting.
Night elf. So people who woke in terror, unable to breathe or move, paralysis, anyone, blamed the elp. It wasn't just fear, it left marks, little bruises, pressure on the ribs, a sense of something watching. Oh my God, this is freaking me out.
So the next time you have sleep paralysis, you're glad they go, Alpie, is that you?
Yoda, I am a Padawan.
Alpie, is it actually you? Slap. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just going to get a jandal. Just get off. Descriptions vary, but all agreed on its behavior. It slipped through cracks or keyholes, so it can shift in size. It sat on the sleeper's chest. It whispered or pressed down until the person woke gasping. This phenomenon is now recognized as sleep paralysis, but in early folklore, the elf was entirely real, a mischievous or malevolent elf who targeted people at their most vulnerable. This is one of the oldest and clearest examples of naughty elves in quotation marks, and it influenced centuries of storytelling across Europe. What do you think of him?
Oh, that's really interesting, isn't it? Because people believe that sleep paralysis is caused by something, by a supernatural entity or some type of, I know, like through the medical thing, it's like, oh, this is why it happens and stuff like that. But there's definitely, and and you yourself have, we've had that sleep paralysis where damn well that you're not alone. And it's like there is something not good there, so it's I find that really interesting that it's gone right back to an elemental.
Definitely something a little bit more than what we would see as an elf in quotation marks. It's far more, and I think this description gives it to me. So like, this is Wikipedia page, and we're not big on Wikipedia, but always test your sources depending on where you're going with that. Elf is sometimes likened to a vampire, but its behavior is more akin to that of an incubus. It is distinct from both of these creatures in that it wears a magic hat called a tarncape. That's probably not how you say it. From which it draws its power. So this is where the hat comes from. The word elf is a German word for elf, both descended from Common Germanic. It is also known by the following name, the turd.
Turd. Turd, get up.
Mart or Mar, M-A-H-A, M-A-H-R, or Scrat, S-C-H-R-A-T, or a whale rider. Whale rider, or a whale rider, maybe, W-A-L-R-I-D-E-R. Many variations of the creature exist in surrounding European areas, such as the Druid or the British Isles, the old hag, related to now commonly recognized sleep paralysis. So very, very common type of entity as far as kind of elves go, or like incubus. I thought that was really interesting. Incubus or a vampire.
Because they suck that energy from you, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah. The energy vampires.
Yeah.
Literally. I know actually some humans who are energy vampires, so that's
met a couple of me.
Try and get rid of those guys as soon as we spot them, because they're just not worth it. Whoever gets stuck with an energy vampire who's a human, cut it loose, right? It doesn't matter if it's a sister or a brother or a mother or a friend, cut it loose, because they are just not, they're not good. They're not good for you.
Yeah. And even if it's from far away, just tie some string around a photo and cut it.
Oh, okay. Is that what you do? No, actually, teach us.
Yeah, apparently that's what I've been told.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wait, tie some. So get a photo.
Get something of theirs, or even a photo. Tie some string around it. Have the string. Basically, go. If you blah 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 blah.
Leave me alone.
Please go out, and then you cut the string, and it cuts that energy.
Okay.
So I got to give it a go.
I've got a
Because
few.
we know I have somebody. Actually, two somebodies.
There are a few people that need to get the snip, and I'm sure if you watch this episode, there is a fair few people in your life about this time that you're just like snippity snip snip. I am cutting you.
Because apparently undeading them is illegal.
Can't put them under natives. That's just not safe.
No, can't bury them. There's nowhere to bury anyone here. It's very
no, well, yeah, and like Australia's way too like what is it? It's all like copper and like
yeah, unless you kind of go into the outback and you turf them out. Well, this is taking a dark turn, isn't it?
Wow, really gone off topic. Oh gosh! Okay. Apparently, Juliet has some things to work through. We're gonna get her to pop into dungeon.
I'm looking up at my dog man all tied up in ropes up here, going.
We're going to put Juliet into dungeon talk. I think she needs a little.
Oh yeah, no way.
Reflection time.
This is what we need to do to them. Oh, where is it? Oh, there we go.
We need to tie dog. Oh, so she's showing a picture at the moment, like a sticker of dog man tied up in like BDSM.
It's like my favorite keychain.
I bet it is. You dirty woman.
It's funny.
Anyway, that's why she needs to go to the dungeon. Okay, everyone. I'm so glad to have Juliet back on track.
One of those R18 writers. Yep.
Oh my lord. Also, if you are an R18 writer and you'd like to get your book into the library, you want us to talk about it in the dungeon, you want our members to see it, send it to us.
We're talking about monsters here, guys, like shifters, and it's funny.
Romance, erotica, all of the above.
Toasters.
I don't know what that is. Juliet introduces
toaster story where he was obsessed with a toaster. Wow, this is toasters.
There is a book called Taken by a Toaster.
Taken by the Toaster.
If you haven't read it, you should go and Google search it. It's on Amazon. It is the best $1.99 you'll spend this week.
It's so funny.
So
if you like 50 Shades of Grey, go read Taken by a Toaster.
Fabulous. Don't leave it on your iPad for your children to read. No, don't do that. But just read it, and then you can share it with your friends. But it's a fantastic book.
Oh,
it was one of our very first books that we read that kind of started the Cryptid Women's Society.
So it's like, read this. We're like, what the feck is this? It's fantastic. So funny. There's some pretty funny stories out there.
But no, on a serious note though, if you do write these types of books or any types of books, if you want to put them into our library.
Monster love stories. There we go. We can't say the P word.
No, Monster Love. We would love to have your book, and we will do you an interview as well. Come and join us, and you can come and answer some weird questions that we have for you.
We love them.
Oh my lord. All right, number three, and this is not how you say their names. I don't know how to say their names. I should have researched. I'm sorry I haven't. Number 3 is Scandinavian Niece and Tomty.
Is it Tomty or Tome?
Don't know.
It might be the.
I would like you to go and do some research for me, because I'm
just cruising today.
She's done nothing.
I'm just adding my 2 cents worth in. So.
I'm very, very sorry that I am saying this wrong. I was hoping that this would actually come up and tell me how to say them, because some of them do. But
some of them do, but some of them are really old. Because I don't think they actually know.
Yeah. And I do wonder that we're guesstimating. But so anyone that is Scandinavian, Norwegian, or Swiss, my apologies. Please come to us and tell us how to say these.
Because we do have a few little followers from over that way. So I just say
we sure do, yeah. And I'm sorry. Normally, I'm far better at saying names and I have them kind of laid out, but today I didn't have a chance. So
go on Google. How do I say this? Blah blah blah. And you say it 20 times. You come on live and you don't say it at all. Yeah, like, damn it.
And then even Google gets it wrong. He's tried to say like so many names that we know how to pronounce, and we're just like, oh, like Whakapapa. That is a real place, and that is not said right.
Whakapapa. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Just going up. We're still on the Christmas thing. I kind of wonder where society is going.
Me too.
The radio, listening to the radio the other day, and they were talking about how a blow-up reindeer was, somebody called the police because they thought a dog was tied to a power pole. right?
Okay.
Turned out it was a blow up reindeer. Okay. It was a little bit fluffy, that kind of thing. So they're like, haha. And she goes, oh, Santa left, the reindeer behind. This is the female co-host. And they were like, oh, well, it could have been a wild reindeer. And she goes, what are you talking about? She did not know that reindeer were actually real. She thought only Santa had reindeer. This woman is 35 years old, because they were asking her and they were giving her so much shit. She did not even know that reindeer were real.
Wow.
I'm like, what the?
This is what society has come to.
Yeah, a 35-year-old woman. She goes, oh, she goes, I just thought it was like a big deer or something.
Or like made up, so does she think reindeers are made up
She thinks reindeer are made up just for Santa. She doesn't realize that they're real. And she didn't know what a caribou was. And yeah, I'm just...
Okay, I'm just writing in the comments, reindeer are real. just so everyone knows, reindeer are real.
Yeah.
Real,
and so she thought pictures that she'd been seeing it's all AI.
Oh my God, this is the issue, right? Oh my
God.
Yeah,
but come on, she's 35 years old.
Yeah, surely. But also, no, but this is the issue, right? Our industry, sure, okay, Bigfoot's having bloody coffee with Mothman over there on the AI reel. Maybe it happened. No, it's not real, okay? That shit's not real. We know that that's happening within our industry because we talk conspiracy and supernatural and entities and all this sort of stuff. Sure, but it's slowly seeping into mainstream normality, if you will, where people are going, oh, this must all just be AI. Oh, that must not be real. And they're totally like, what did we hear the other day? Oh my gosh, this thing really did my head in, right? We were talking to, Dano from the Cryptid podcast, and he told us, and I'm pretty sure it was him, or it might have been Kevin for where the wild ones are, or where the weird ones are, I beg your pardon, jump onto his show and have a look because he's amazing. And I'm pretty sure he told us that there's been a scientific research study done where there's something like 60% of all humans now have no internal dialogue.
Yes.
Was it Kevin from Where the Weird Ones Are, eh? I'm sure it was.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. They don't have any
hidden, right? Did my hidden. How can you not have internal dialogue, internal thought process, and then you've got this woman who's 35 who thinks reindeer aren't real and they're just part of the Santa story? She has no internal dialogue.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I have whole conversations with all my personalities. How do you think we get shit done? And I know Lisa does too, because then we start having conversations and like, we spoke about this and we're both like,
no, we didn't. It was in my head.
It's all in here.
My favorite saying is, if you see me walking down the street talking to myself, don't interrupt me. I'm having a staff meeting. I'm having a staff meeting. I'm having my Christmas party. Okay, back off.
Yeah, no, I found that very I found that really interesting, because you just automatically presume everybody is like us. Everybody has all this stuff going on in their head, and maybe it's because I'm ADHD. I don't know.
Like schizophrenic.
No, that would be the other one. Yeah, but it's like, who doesn't have that? Who doesn't have that? I couldn't imagine. It'd be nice not to have all that noise in your head sometimes, but it's just like, it's becoming more and more common that people have nothing. And I find that really quite fascinating. There's like, so all these really creative people have just got like all the stuff going on in the head, and you're like, oh, okay, that I understand. But then you've got, we refer to these people, that they're told what to do and they'll just keep doing it. The government says this, the doctor says this, all these people who are important tell them to do this, and so they'll just do it. They don't question it. Whereas, I think people that are in our industry, and also people who have all that crap going on in their head, question everything. Like, you'll have a conversation with someone And then that night, man, that conversation pops up back in your head, and you're trying to figure out what they actually meant. It's almost like you're going, I feel like there's something underlying there, you know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, you kind of come to that conclusion. Same as when we do research, hey, we'll sit there and we'll research, and then all of a sudden we're like, our little brain's like going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah.
And making connections, right? And that's
making connections. Yeah.
But this is the same with like no common sense, right? And we talk about it all the time. We're like, how are these people still alive? Like, seriously, how are they still living and they haven't done something that takes them out altogether? Because there's no common sense, right?
It's because the people with common sense, it's like people here will walk straight in front of cars.
And
they just do it all the time. People that have kind of immigrated here, they're not used to they're not used to the roading system. They will literally walk out in front of cars with their children. But it's the people with common sense that stop. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like
because they have no internal dialogue, right? And if you have no internal dialogue, you're not questioning things. You don't have any like little triggers in place that kind of go, oh yeah, but are you sure? Oh, but what about that? Oh, but hang on. Like, and that's your internal dialogue. And that blew my mind, eh? So everything that I kind of do now, I'm thinking to myself, oh, is that because they have no internal dialogue? Like, I stopped getting angry at people and frustrated for the stupidity that I'm seeing. And I'm just like, oh, it's probably because they have no internal dialogue. They have no
they're not questioning.
They're not questioning. They have none of those kind of bumper bars that I have in my brain. And obviously you do, that kind of make you go, oh, wait, hang on. Oh, push you to that side. Does my head in, right? But I think with the rise of AI doing stuff for us, it's just making us more and more stupid.
Yeah. And now they're bringing out 6G here, apparently.
Oh my
Jeez, it's bad enough now, but yeah.
And if you're sensitive to anything, man, it kills your brain, eh? Like I remember when we went into lockdown the first time in New Zealand and I rung you, right? I was like, everyone was working from home that day and I rung you and I was like, oh my God, I had the worst headache, man. Like my head felt like it was in a vice, like one of those old school vices in the garage, and it was just being squished. And what did you say to me? Do you remember?
No, probably
you were like, oh, they've opened the bandwidth.
They've opened the bandwidth. That's right. They literally open it, hadn't they? Yeah, like
And you were like, we're feeling it over here as well because they've opened it right up so everyone can work from home.
And the vibrations, like for weeks, like vibrating, like you're going to bed and your brain is just like going, you know, it's like, shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So if you're sensitive to that sort of stuff, like it's just going to get crazy town. And so it's really important that you have little communities in place. And I think, I was talking to somebody the other day, one of our members, about kind of what's going to happen in the future. And she's a business owner as well. And she's in our space and in our industry. And I was like, I think people are going to look for little communities where they can trust the evidence, trust the research, and trust the people that they're working with versus going onto Facebook or Instagram or TikTok and being talked to by a bot. Right? You don't even know if these are real people now. They're not even putting any effort into the content. You can tell. And it's not real content. It's not credible. It's
and people are believing it. People are, it's like one of the most popular Instagram thing is like this fake model that this guy has made up, which has made him a multi-millionaire because now this fake model has been given stuff to wear and show off and eat at restaurant. It's like, it's bizarre.
She's an
but
AI
that's the
bot.
world that these, this age is kind of living it. It's like, oh, look, we don't need to go to a restaurant because we can pretend that we're sitting in there and, have that.
Why would you want to watch somebody sit in a restaurant instead of go and do it yourself and experience it? It's like this whole experience thing, eh? Like nobody wants to have actual experiences
anymore.
And the experience is where you get that energy transfer. Like, so last weekend I took a group of 3 people out to the New Zealand bush to go and look for fairies and fae, bush elves, and like forest elves and creatures and stuff like that. And moiho in New Zealand we call the moiho man, which is essentially our Bigfoot. And it was that energy transfer. And one of our group was like, oh my God, I got to take my shoes off. So she's like walking through the New Zealand bush with like no shoes on. She was like lying down in the grass going, oh, it's so energetic here. Can you like feel it? And she was like, I just need the energy transfer. And you only get that when you're actually physically experiencing it and physically doing it. So, you know, online is fantastic. It's great. But having us together, like that's why Juliet and I struggle so much living in different countries, because we only get together, what, once a year, maybe twice, once every 2 years.
It's
so
been
hard.
it's been so hard. And then when we come together, it's like
it's like a giant explosion of energy mess, and like it takes a couple of days to chill out a little bit, right? But that's it. So like go and experience, because without that you have no energy transfer, and that is what we need as humans. We don't need the bloody phone and the computer screen. Like have a little bit of that and then get your ass outside and go and do something. Anyway, we digress. Let's bring it on back to number 3. I've had time to research their names and how to say them. Thanks so much for listening. So these, oh my Lord, gosh, us today. These are the Scandinavian, and you say this Nisse, which is said Nisu, which is in Denmark and Norway, and Tomte, which is said Tomtu in Sweden.
Tomtu.
So Nisu and Tomtu.
Mm.
Nisu and Tomtu, which is not how you spell the middle. Household helpers with rules. So in Scandinavia, the Nisu and the Tomtu was a household spirit, or the Tomtu, I beg your pardon, was a household spirit. An elf-like being who protected farms. But here's the catch. They were famous for being incredibly easy to offend. Just sound like Karen. They expected respect, they expected acknowledgement, and heaven help you if you forgot the bowl of porridge on Christmas Eve. Oh my God, better put that out.
Bowl of porridge out this way.
Woo, that's going out. A happy Nisu kept the farm protected. An ignored Nisu caused chaos. Tools moved or broken, milk soured, horses tangled in their reins, loud footsteps in the attic, barn doors left open at night. Some stories describe the Nisu tying the cows' tails together to teach the farmer a lesson.
That's pretty funny.
Others describe them throwing objects, turning over carts, or leading people into the wrong part of the forest, which is what we experienced last week when we were out looking for fae and that sort of stuff. Definitely led us into the wrong parts of the forest very easily. This wasn't considered evil. It was mischievous with intent.
Yeah. To remind you, just to be nice.
I'd like to say I'm mischievous with intent. Just a little shit.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, and a lot of them go, you know, like your milk is sour. It's all the same thing. The milk is sour. This has happened, and
those. Well, I mean, then
tie your cows' tails up. That's pretty.
I know, that's so bad, eh? But I guess back in those days, having your milk sour and things like that—that's a really big deal.
Thing.
Right? We look at it these days and we go, sure, whatever. But that was
it's been left in the fridge for a week. No wonder.
Yeah, for sure. But that's a big deal back in those days. You have to milk your own cows, and if you've only got 1 or 2 cows, they might not be producing, and there's so many other issues around that. So yeah, it's a big deal. But I did like the loud footsteps in the attic. Have we heard that a couple of times? Tools moved or broken. Barn doors left open. All of a sudden, you're pretty sure you lock that door and shut it, and it's wide open in the middle of the night.
It's really interesting, because all this stuff we see is like either, you know, paranormal, supernatural, poltergeist activity. But back then it was, you know, it was all kind of put towards what these elves were, you know. So is it kind of that activity that was happening back then, or is it us that have got it wrong? It's actually elves that are doing the stuff and not poltergeist, you know. So
is it just labeled something different, but it's actually one and the same, right?
One and the same, yeah. So
that's what I found really interesting. And then as I was going through this research, I was picking up these little points going, wait, this is what we experience these days. It's exactly the same sort of behavior. Are we just naming them differently, or like trying to categorize them something different? Much of the modern elf on the shelf, which is our Christmas elf these days, trickster ideas echoes this older kind of behavior from this really naughty entity. Real quick, Mike from Tactical Bigfoot Research says, hey, from the US,
Hey,
stopping by real quick. Hi, Mike. Have you named your puppy yet? Mike got a new puppy. Have you named your puppy?
What did you get?
Tell us, drop it in the comments. Tell us.
Your puppy.
Tell us. That is very exciting. All righty, let's move on to our nexty one. Next, number four, British house elves, hobgoblins, and brownies, helpers who turn if slighted. Wow, do not slight me.
Slighted.
Slight me. So these are very strict, right? The hobgoblins, the European or the English version of these have very, very strict rules around them, which is quite interesting because as you kind of move towards Scotland, Wales, England, they're very, very restrictive and totally seen as a different type of entity, far more
absolutely. I mean, look at Harry Potter. You know, you've got Dobby and you've got the other ones. You know, they're the helpers, and you don't mess with them. They get very, very irritated if you mess with what they're doing.
Real quick, Mike from Tactical Bigfoot Research has named his puppy Scarlet.
Oh,
do you know what, Mike? When Manea was growing in my belly, we were trying to find a name for him, and I said if she was a girl, I was going to call her Scarlet.
Oh, what kind of puppy is that? What is it?
What kind of breed? Breed. Hurry up! Gotta run. Catch you later. Oh my God, he's leaving us hanging. Okay, thanks, Mike. Send me a message. Tell us what breed it is. All right, so. Across England, Scotland, and Wales, small household spirits were described long before the modern fantasy genre. Brownies, hobgoblins, and house elves were known for doing nighttime chores, sweeping, mending, and tending the fire. And we all have read the books about the little elves that help the shoemaker and that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Do kids read those these days?
No. Actually, we know anyone over the age of 40 knows. Anyone younger, there were stories. Okay, go and Google search them. But they operated on strict rules. Never watch them. Never thank them. Never offer them clothes. Never speak to them as if they were servants. So you can't be bossing them around, but also don't acknowledge that they're there. Break the rules and the mischief begins. Brownies were said to tangle hair, tip over buckets, pinch sleepers, sour the milk, or hide tools. Some would abandon the home entirely, leaving behind a wave of bad luck. Others transformed into boggarts, malicious versions of themselves. Oh my God. Like gremlins, never feed us after midnight. They tormented the household with scratching noises, moving objects, or mocking whispers. Oh my God.
Poltergeist activity, supernatural activity, isn't it? It's and you know, and you got to think about, you know, the history, you know, in Europe and in England and Wales and around those areas is so old, you know, so the land there and the death there and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So
the energy,
it's a really interesting thing. But one thing I have picked up, you know, within the paranormal community and myself working with spirit and stuff, a lot of elemental stuff is coming through.
Yes.
More than I've ever dealt with. So it's really interesting. They're like, they're very, you know, this is us, we're here. And it's it's really interesting, a lot of elemental stuff. But you know, like we're saying, the veil is opening. You know, it's there is some crazy
and I mean,
stuff
that's
going on.
That's got to do with the portals that they're opening at CERN and all that sort of stuff, right? I mean, they're opening portals left, right, and center, and the scientists there have admitted that and put out video footage and all sorts of stuff. And a lot of that is real footage, like it's not AI generated. Some of the older stuff anyway. Don't mess with the newer stuff, but some of the older stuff for sure. And you know, like all of a sudden you've got like this thinning, like real thinning of the veil, where elementals are coming through left, right, and center. And people are seeing them in their homes, right? And around around their property and around their locations.
And a lot more mischievous things are happening. Things are moving. This is happening. Voices, scratching, all that kind of stuff. So it's, that's it. It's like, what do we call them? Is it the same thing, or is it something completely different? Is it different types of elemental? Because there's many types of different elementals and stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure. So okay, boggarts transform into boggarts are the naughty version of these, elves that work and hobgoblins and that sort of stuff. So do you know there's a new Gremlins movie coming out?
I can't wait. And the Mummy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, but Gremlins. And actually I was listening to who was I listening to? Cult of Conspiracy. Hey to everyone over on that channel. We're over there too. I was listening to the boys talk about Furbies. Do you remember Furbies? Yeah, and Furbies and the conspiracy around them being that they're auto like audio devices and record things and all that sort of stuff, and they were like the starting of AI generation and all that sort of stuff. But Furbies were modeled from the Gremlins, right? And I was just kind of like, oh, far out. I wonder if the Gremlins were modeled on this idea of the British house elves, Brownies.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they hit midnight, and if you fed them after midnight, what happened? They turned into the malicious boggart version of themselves and caused untold shit, right? Remember the one where he put his friend in the blender and pushed play?
It was water. If they got water on them, remember, then they would basically he popped out for the Gremlin movie. It was water. So
wait, is it water or is it so if you feed them after midnight they multiply?
And the water or something. So you pour water on. God, it's been so many years, but I know if they pour water on him, and then they all started like popping out of his bag. Like I can remember seeing that in the movie, going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it was. I just loved it. Like Gremlins is one of my favorite movies. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go watch that on the big screen. And the Mummy, yes, 100%.
Oh my god,
movie. Can't wait for that.
I forgot. Like I found out in August next year that there's going to be a solar eclipse, which is over Egypt and the Middle East and all, around those areas.
Of course it is.
And it's going to last for about 6 minutes. And I'm like, I want to so be sitting watching the pyramids.
Oh my
we go over in August.
Yeah, I think we're going to go over in August instead.
Oh my god! As soon as I found, so it's like going to be one of the longest solar eclipse, and all I thought in my head was like, oh my god, I want to be in Egypt, looking at the pyramids or looking at a temple, thinking about the Mummy.
Yeah, and also like watching the Sphinx's feet and seeing if the door opens, because that prophesies, right, that there's a secret door on his paws that will open at a specific date, and they thought it was last year or this where are we? Must have been last year.
They're always singing.
I remember going, oh my god, it's today, or something like that. It must have been last year, where the door was going to open and it would basically show you all of the Atlantean documents, because that's where it was held apparently. So maybe it's next year in August.
But imagine standing there by a great temple or something and that eclipse happens. Like how insane would that be?
I wonder what that would do to the Giza pyramids, because we all know that the Giza pyramids are older than the pharaohs, right? They were already there. I wonder what would happen. Okay, we're going. Okay, we'll go.
Do we trip? I've got something for us to stay, Chi.
Date change. Can we just give a shout out to Mira? Hey, how you going? Nice to see you, girl. We're talking about naughty Christmas elves and where do they come from. We've just done the British ones. My last one on here before I make a connection back to the South Pacific is the Icelandic hidden people who punish disrespect. And their name is, and I'm going to definitely kill this one, the Huldulfolk. Huldulfolk.
Huldulfolk.
Huldulfolk.
Huldulfolk did that. That's why they named that. Who the fuck did that? That's how they became known as the Huda folk.
Oh, shut the door.
That's what I reckon.
Oh my Lord, I'm so sorry to any Icelandic followers that we have right now. Send hate mail to Juliet. Straight here, straight here.
Prove it wrong, people. Who the fuck did that?
Who the fuck? So bad. Mira says Juliet looks well. Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm not. I've got a lot of makeup on today, to be honest.
She looks great.
Oh, yeah, I've been working. I had my son come over. Well, son come down for 3 days, and I basically got to spend about 5 hours with him. So even on my day off, I got called into work because there was an emergency at work. So yeah, that was, and I hadn't seen him since this time last year. We would have been in Egypt, and so I hadn't seen him since then. So I was a little bit miffy, but
grumpy.
We won't talk about it. I'm still a bit grumpy. So yeah, no, we'll figure it out. We'll go for another trip.
Well, yeah, it'll all sort itself out. He'll probably just come and go bush with us at some point. So
yeah,
it's on the cards. Right, back to the Hudafolk. Icelandic folklore is filled with stories of the Huldufólk, the hidden people. Not small and not toy makers, they were believed to live inside stones, hills, and cliffs, watching how humans behave towards the land. So this is where we kind of do 180 all the way, or 360 all the way back to kind of what we started with, those those entities that protected the land and then punished humans that did not look after it. Roads have been rerouted in Iceland to avoid disturbing stones that tradition says belongs to the hidden people. Same in New Zealand. In New Zealand, they have changed entire motorways to go around said Taniwha, guardian of the land, water spirit, aka sea monster, right? Or water monster. The reason is simple. There's a long record of stories where disturbing elf homes leads to misfortune, machinery breaking, workers injured, strange noises, and sudden accidents. Many accounts describe trickster behavior, like tools disappearing, people being led off paths, strange tapping or footsteps, sudden intense drowsiness, which I found quite interesting, cattle refusing to pass a certain rock, which happens all the time in New Zealand with sheep and that sort of stuff. They simply will not pass a certain location. They have to take the long way round. Yeah. Which there's no reason for it, no rhyme or reason. They just simply will not pass that space. Yeah. If someone showed respect, a greeting, a small offering, or simply leaving the stone undisturbed, the problems stopped. This belief runs so deep that modern Iceland still consults elf specialists before construction in rural areas. That's pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Fun. Oh, I mean, it pretty much they're kind of like the same as that. They're all got those the same kind of like stories behind it, isn't it? It's like they all do that kind of nasty stuff. These ones are getting a little bit nastier towards humans, you know, causing injuries and, you know, that kind of stuff. So again, it's like, is it because there's something in the land there? You know, is there something left there? Is it a negative entity? You know, so is this just like a meaner one?
Oh, it's interesting kind of where they're placed, right? I feel you on that one. Is this just mean versus not so mean that's stuck in a house, you know? So like we've got, you know, brownies that are in houses or in farm sheds or around the land and connected to different kind of locations or geographical sites, be it stones and rocks and trees where you tend to see fairies and that sort of stuff, or inside houses. And so I guess that kind of like blends into the idea that they are different entities. They can't all be the same entity, can they?
Yeah. No, I mean that's it. Everyone has different types of, you know, look at Ireland, you know, we have done Ireland itself, you know, is known for the fae. You know, that's it. You know, even the Queen will, when she was alive, would stop and pay tribute to the fae when she was going through the Irish lands. It's really interesting, like the different types of them. But I think definitely there's different entities. It's like entities here are not the same as entities in New Zealand or entities in Europe and stuff. There's here we don't have as many Fae and Alvin and stuff, but we do have some other quite horrid looking creatures that that are here, like the slender people and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think they're definitely different, but yeah, it's I really think the supernatural and the whole Alvin thing is a really good kind of something that I'd like to look further into. I think that's kind of interesting, because it's the same stuff that they're doing, which are, people be like, oh, I've got paranormal activity, this is happening, but hey, this is what the elves do. So it's like,
and quite often as a paranormal investigator, you'll go into a house where you know that there's paranormal activity going on, some sort of haunting or whatever's happening, and the people in that house will say, oh, we're being scratched, we're being pushed, things are moving, things are disappearing, da 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 da. And if you are a paranormal investigator with kind of apparitions and spirits in mind, then you go straight into that, right? Obviously it's a spirit, obviously it's this, we'll try and connect with that kind of old man or whatever it is, right? However, could it be that paranormal investigators need to open their mind a little bit wider into maybe it is an elemental versus
which a lot don't. I've realized a lot of them do not believe, but they don't really dive into the elemental side of it, and it's you kind of question why, if you're looking at, because you have to research, what was here, what was left in the land, what was all the stuff. So it's more than just people. And Australia is a prime example of that. This land is so old, and it's not just people here that haunt this land. There's a lot of other stuff that is here. So when you go to Ireland and Wales and Scotland and England, the same thing there. It is a really, really old land, and there's some horrendous things that have happened there, but there's also, it's not just human tragedy, it's not just so you've got to really kind of take that into consideration of what else, and veil is opening, as you're saying, what else is coming through. It's not all negative demon, it's like people are so fast to go, oh, that's a demon, oh my god, it's from hell, it's it's not always that. It's just another type of entity, another elemental that's coming through, with the same kind of, could be with the same malicious intent, or you're like saying, I'm going to be a trickster. But it's not a demon, you know what I mean? So
absolutely. And honestly, Jules, like over the last 2.5 years or whatever we've been doing this, I've learned a shitload from you, because I'm, like coming from the background that I've come from, I really had no idea. I was kind of stepping in with like my shoes on going, I don't know what I'm getting into. Oh god. And it's been a really interesting journey to kind of realize that actually there's so many different things in the middle that we've missed out on. As far as anyone that's ever been to church or done any religious studies, you miss out on everything in between, because the people that deliver that information are all about black or white. There's no gray area in between, and there's a shit ton of gray area.
And you find now people are being like, I follow a few people now, and they're talking about the different religions and the different Bibles, and the Quran, everything, and the similarities and where it actually all comes from, and then how they explain stuff within these religious texts, but then you're like, it's been so twisted. This is actually the original, so this is kind of goes back to this and this. It's and you've got, again, you've got to try and be open to what these are. It doesn't say that's exactly that, but they literally go, well, this is what it's saying, but this is what it could be, and these are the receipts as to why I think it's this.
And it does my head in, because I feel so ripped off throughout my whole life that I've never been given the opportunity to look further into this sort of stuff until now. Like that's why I'm so happy that we're doing this, because
Yeah.
it's given me the opportunity to really kind of go, okay, it's not black and white. I was
Yeah.
always told black and white, and everything else is scary, and you shouldn't touch that because da 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 da, you're going to get cursed or something bad's going to happen. Well, actually, I'm not doing tarot card readings. I don't do clairvoyancy stuff. I'm not a medium. Like, I'm not playing in the demonic space. I don't do satanic rituals. I'm not part of that, but I can research it and I can understand it. Just like I research the Quran and I research late Mormon texts, and I research all of these things. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden I have to be a believer in that, and it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it's going to shift my paradigm and my
Yeah.
understanding of everything. But if you refuse to even look at those things or even understand that stuff, then you're literally cutting your legs off.
And also making that thing that because it doesn't follow what you believe, it's evil. That's the one thing that pisses me off with everything. Because we don't read the Quran, it's evil. Not the, the actual, that type of stuff. It's not the truth of it is they're not violent. It's like our Bible, it's like the Christian Bible, the Catholic, all that kind of shit.
Oh.
It's been made evil because of men.
Yeah,
Men,
absolutely.
because of war, because of greed, because of power. That's what has made
vilified.
these religious texts evil, not the people. So, so that's a big thing. That's why I'm real when it comes to religion. It's not because I'm not spiritual, it's because of how it's been manipulated and the destruction that it's done, and the excuses they use it to make excuses to do what they do. And that is my final line. But yeah, there's so much more to learn, and that's it. Like we say, as we go down here, we learn so much. We meet the most amazing people. We don't always agree with them, but it doesn't matter. You're free for your opinion, but don't instantly turn around just because you don't like it. It's evil. This is evil. That's not how it should be.
It's such a short, small-minded way of being.
Yeah.
And it just creates division, and we don't need division. We simply need to
got enough division. The government and everyone causes enough division because that's what they want. Because if we're divided, we're fighting amongst ourselves. We're not watching what they're doing. So
what a rant. Go, Juliet.
Yes. Anyway, on a nice thing, check your Facebook because I can't bring any pictures up. Katie sent through her tree, so you better show everyone her tree.
I will find it.
This is how my daughter goes.
Okay.
Oh, giant baubles. I swear to God, she's put giant baubles on it. I'm just like, when she did the tray, I walked past, I'm like, what the?
You have to explain it just a little bit more before we get into the next part of this. You've got to explain a little bit
so
more.
My daughter goes off. So like this year she decided that candy cane colors were the way to go. So I was like, yep, okay. I just leave it to it. So she brought these giant baubles, these 6, and I'm like, where the hell are you going to put these on the tree? So this is her tree. With these giant baubles, but she put those on first. So I'm walking past, looking at this tree, going, "Oh, I don't want to know."
Wow! And she's bought herself a Santa post box.
We've got a Santa post box. There's candy canes and twirly things. There's it's almost like a Mad Hatter hat on top. So no star for this tree. It's a Mad Hatter hat.
With candy on it. Oh my God, look. And it's got like little gingerbread houses.
Yeah, but it's all color coordinated.
It sure is. And so what's the deal in your house with this tree?
We can't touch it. I'm not allowed to touch it. The kids aren't allowed to touch it.
Oh my God.
Honestly, this is her thing. Christmas is her thing. We don't touch it. We just leave it alone. And so
that is phenomenal. What an amazing tree, but also a little cray-cray.
Oh yeah. Like honestly, like for years, like she's always done, like kids can have their own tree. Like she'll be putting up the tree and they'll try to come out and she's like,
stop touching it.
So we just leave her. Every year she'll choose her color, her theme, and off she goes. So I'm just
my God, she's so funny. Mira says it's so pretty. Great tree. Do not encourage her. She does not need
I told
that.
her she should just put it up on Facebook and be like, I'll come decorate your tree for you and get paid to do it.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
she could be
just
a
loves
tree
it.
decorator.
Yeah, like,
That's
honestly,
a great business. I
loves
would
it.
pay her. I would pay her because currently my only suggestion is decorate the tree outside the house.
No,
Not
you gotta
okay.
go get a tree. Like, yeah.
How do we do with this? Okay, so Jeepers creepers. Thanks for sticking around so long. You guys are amazing. Let's do a quick little ad break. In 2 days, Cryptid Women's Society has our most amazing interview coming. It is with the phenomenal Heather Amaro, who is a co-host at the moment of Expedition X with Josh Gates on Discovery. She is coming to do a members only Q&A live with us. We get to ask questions, you get to ask questions and get real time answers. And I know I have many, many questions about Mr. Josh Gates. I bet you have many, many questions about all sorts of things as well, Juliet. I bet you can't wait to get
more about
into it.
yes, I want to know a little bit about Josh Gates, but Heather is like, she does some crazy stuff. Like, she's from a family of paranormal investigators. Just like some of the places that she's been. I think it's Hoska Castle, like it was where the Nazis went. That was in Czechoslovakia. I think it was Czechoslovakia on the border there. And the pit under the car. Yeah, so it's always been a place where I've really wanted to go. Terrifies me, and the fact that she's been there and had some fun.
So all you have to do to be a part of that interview is come over to cryptidwomensociety.com, get yourself a Truth Seeker membership, and you can come and join in that exclusive members only Q&A with Heather Amaro. It's all you have to do. Blimmin' simple.
So excited.
Jump on. It's all you got to do. Done. That's it.
Yes.
Okay. So the last little guy we just talked about was the Icelandic Huldufólk. They're called the hidden people. They're connected to the stones, the hills, the cliffs, basically watching how humans behave towards the land. And when I started kind of doing my research, I was like, how do I pull it back down to the South Pacific? There's got to be a connection point, something that we always try and do. Yeah. And so my connection is the Hawaii menehune. Menehune. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But first, I'm going to say a big shout out to the Cryptid Podcast. Hello, ladies. Hello, good sir. How are you all? Lovely to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us at dinner time. So the menehune are the South Pacific, or one of the South Pacific versions of the elf, right? And obviously where the Christmas elf kind of theme came from. So who are they? The menehune are described as a hidden race of small human-like people who live deep in forests, valleys, and mountains across the Hawaiian Islands. Traditional accounts place them in remote areas far from population centers, places where light, noise, and modern disruption cannot reach. However, so basically the menehune story started with these small people, and we're talking little people, inside the villages, and then they slowly got pushed out. As per most entities, especially through the South Pacific, they got pushed up to the mountains, up to the rural spaces, because they were vilified, or they were annoying.
Yeah, and there are little people everywhere. New Zealand, Australia has like little people as well as giants. It's very
it's massive, right? Like, and I can't wait to talk to Heather Arnold about giants, because oh my god, that's just So next week, giants. Okay. So some Hawaiian oral traditions, obviously the stories that were passed down, describe the menehune as the descendants of people who lived on the islands before the arrival of Polynesian voyagers. These early inhabitants may have lived in small isolated family groups, retreated farther into the interior as later groups arrived. Obviously the big people came and so they disappeared, and they survived for generations as a secluded independent people. We know that they farmed fish from the oceans, and they lived a lot in the ocean caves, or the caves that kind of bordered the oceans. They were very good fishermen, and they were framed as forgotten people that were mythologized over time. So they were never known as fairy beings, but they did have supernatural abilities.
Yeah.
I'm
just going to say, it sounds like the people could be here that I'm got a house.
That's okay. If you need to go, just.
But if I need to go, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you've been amazing.
I'm just waiting for the dog to start barking when they knock on the door.
That's okay. Yeah, you just let us know. So another interpretation sees them not as humans, but as supernatural craftsmen. And we see this quite a lot through the South Pacific, where you've got like a human version of them, and then you've got the supernatural version. And that is why we have the two different. We have the cryptids and we have the paracryptids. And that allows us to kind of bring in this indigenous kind of lore and the supernatural stuff to the story as well. These were beings who exist half in the human world and half in the spiritual landscape. Some of their abilities, or some of the versions, explain their abilities to be impossible builders. So they were these most amazing builders. It's something that they were very well known for. They would build structures overnight, literally build them overnight. They were rarely seen, so they were hardly ever seen. And if you did see a menehune, you were very, very lucky. Their work stops instantly at daybreak. The moment daybreak hits, they disappear and their work stops. And they can appear child-sized but display superhuman skills. So they're very, very little as far as menehunes go. Menehunes. Master craftsmen, they were amazing at building fish ponds, dams, temples, canoes, rivers, and irrigation channels. So really, really good at these. There's a whole heap of stories that kind of work in with these types of creations that they build overnight. They were night workers. Their defining behaviors were they work only at night. Their projects must be completed in a single night. If dawn breaks before completion, the work is abandoned forever. And there is a story which I'm going to read you shortly. This mirrors the northern belief that spirits cannot be seen working. So same with the spirits up and around the British Isles and that sort of stuff. They only worked at nighttime. You weren't allowed to see them. You weren't allowed to acknowledge them. Let's just have a quick look at the comments here. The Cryptid Podcast says, I love stories like this. Yes. Mira says, I'm going to check you out. Thanks, Mira. And the podcast says, I've launched a new podcast with my buddy Josh from Mysteries Unknown. Cool. It's called Mysteries and Cryptids. Awesome.
Oh, send us the link.
We're going live in about an hour. Love your channel and what you're doing. Thank you. We'll definitely pop over and have a watch. If you're not doing anything in an hour, jump on over to Mysteries and Cryptids on YouTube and go give them a like and a subscribe.
Cool. I always love finding new like podcasts and YouTube, just like listening to people talk about the stories. It's so much fun.
It's so cool. Yes, 100%. So Juliet, you missed this. Their projects must be completed in a single night. If dawn breaks before completion, the work is abandoned forever.
Oh, it's like tradies. My God, maybe that's what tradies are. Makes so much sense. Oh, tradie, I'm going to come do a job. Oh, it's only half done, and then you don't see them again.
You just never see them again.
Yeah, or they just don't turn up. Yeah. Makes so much more sense.
Hold on. We better put a disclaimer out. We love tradies because I live with one and he's very good at what he does. But true story. The menehune avoid humans, hide from light, and appear only in the shadows or at great distance, right? Many accounts describe glimpses at dusk or dawn, silhouettes, rustling movements of small bodies. And generally, they do help humans, but if you disrespect, intrusion, theft, mockery of them, they can trigger mischievous or retaliatorial behavior. Basically, they will smash you. And they'll smash you by stealing small items, moving tools, spoiling food left out.
Yeah, the spoiling of the food, which I find really interesting. Yeah.
Causing noises in the night and throwing small stones. They're not malevolent, but they enforce their boundaries and their respect, essentially.
Yeah.
If you are an honorable family, you look after them, you honor them with food and space and offerings, they will complete repairs. They will sharpen tools for you. They will clear fields, and they'll give you unexpected help during crisis. So if there was a terrible storm or something like that, they would pop in and help you out and do
It's
stuff.
really interesting, isn't it? It's like one side of it you've got where you're you can give them offerings and give them food and gems and that kind of stuff, and along with the faith, especially in Ireland, it's a big thing to give them offerings and the little people and that kind of stuff. But then you got these other sides like, don't talk to me.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like, give me offerings, but don't talk to me, right? That's 100% it.
Find that
They
really
don't want to be
interesting.
seen. Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple of little stories that I've got that just kind of reiterate that about the menehune that I thought you might like. So the first one is menehune at Alekoko fish pond, which is a really, really famous story. This is only a very, very small little short snippet. The legend says that hundreds of menehune work through a single night building the large retaining wall. A human girl who tried to watch them was instantly frozen until dawn. So the story of this, and you can go and have a look at Alekoko fish pond, Alekoko, super well-known story. Basically, one of the chiefs started building this retaining wall because he wanted a fish pond and all this sort of stuff, couldn't get it finished, so the menehune stepped in to finish it. Over one night, they literally built this entire retaining wall. And you're talking over there, it's stones, right? Stacked stones. And they do it in a very, very special way. And I remember going over to Samoa with my partner and our family, and they were building stone walls. They don't have concrete, right?
Yeah.
So they build it specifically so that it doesn't fall over. And he was like, man, I want to learn how they do this because I remember my grandfather doing this.
Yeah.
And you see these beautifully stacked stone walls everywhere with no concrete. So it's something that he wanted to learn, and that kind of really did my head in, because I was like, far out, if it's something you want to learn, that means that it's obviously a real skill to have.
Yeah.
And so that's a really, really famous story, really well-known story. The next one is night workers at Kauai forests. So some local families tell stories of hearing small feet running and the sounds of rocks being carried at night near old structures. And so you hear stories like this all the time. There's some amazing Facebook and Instagram sites that you can jump on and listen to these stories about the menehune over in Hawaii. And a lot of the time, those stories kind of resonate through the other islands. So in Samoa as well, they have the dwarfs, and we have dwarf holes over there. Yeah, and the stories go that they see little people footprints going into the dwarf holes, and you hear little stampies around, and you hear little kind of shuffling and footprints and footsteps around, and they say that those are the dwarfs.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I know, I'm like, dwarf holes. And then the last little one that I've got are flashes of red or brown figures. So in valleys like Waimea and Wainiha, people have reported seeing small figures darting between bushes at twilight, always too quick to approach. One of the stories that kind of backs into this was there was a couple of American tourists that went over to Hawaii on their honeymoon or whatever it was. The girl wanted to go and try and find the menehune, or at least give them an offering. And so they did. And so they found one of the locals, and they said, oh, you've got to put some, I think it was like raw fish or something like that, into some banana leaves and wrap it all up in a parcel. And you go out to this specific spot, you leave it on this place, and then you leave. Don't stay. Don't stay. You don't stay, right? Otherwise something bad will happen. And so what they did is they did that. They left and they hid so that they could see if a menehune would take it. And the story goes that this menehune came from a trapdoor in the ground, literally right next to where they put this parcel. Whether or not, I don't think the grass opened. I think the menehune came through the grass, came up, looked around, grabbed it, and took it back down into the grass. And they were like, holy crap. And so then they had to leave and go back home to America. And so they were like, oh my God, just seen this amazing kind of thing in front of their eyes. And so they had decided to go back and do it again and try and film it and that sort of stuff. So I don't quite know where they got to on that. But they were like, this is phenomenal. They literally saw a little entity thing that looks like the menehune in the pictures and stuff like that, dressed in red with, you know, brown faces, brown skin, because they're traditional people. So yeah, crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah, cool. Literally disappearing back into the land.
Yeah.
With its little parcel. So it's pretty mental, eh?
It's
pretty mental. And so that was the connection I made back to the South Pacific. And like we talked about, like the South Pacific has so many entities that could very easily be elves, be brownies, be hobgoblins,
yeah,
or above, right?
And on that point, I just want to say is that there is a divided belief here that there are elves and stuff that are here, but they reckon that they are not native to Australia. They have come from Europe and they have come from other places. They have traveled here. So, and the more I kind of look into it as well, it's, I'm kind of like of that kind of feeling that, you know, they're not actually native to Australia, that they have traveled. And people, you know, there are people that can get quite upset because you're interacting with them. They're like, no, they need to be sent home and all this other kind of stuff. So that kind of, I'm just like, you know, they can be here if they want. They've come here. So
so do you think they're attached to the English people that came over, the English and the Irish?
Possibly they could have been attached to them, whether, I don't know if they were forced to come over or they've chosen to come over on the ships, you know, because there are stories about people seeing fairy and fae and that kind of stuff and interactions on ships and, you know, this kind of stuff. So it's really interesting to, you know, on that side of it, because we do, you know, when you think of fairy and fae, you don't think of Australia, you think of Australia, Europe, sorry. Sure. You know, you think of Ireland, you think of Wales, you know, all those places. That's kind of where a lot of these elementals, same as dragons, you know, that kind of stuff. There's no dragons here in Australia. There's no dragons down this side. It's all Europe. It's all kind of north. You know, and the Appalachian Mountains, you know, that way, you know, that is such a huge thing. So down here there's not that kind of stuff. So it'd be really interesting to see, you know, that's kind of, it's kind of something that's kind of popped up a few times, and people I wonder if they're connected to people or connected to items, because there were so many items that were brought over on the boats. Oh God, that sort of stuff. I mean, millions. Well, maybe not millions, but thousands, tens of thousands of people came over here. You know, we have a very, very large Irish immigration here, like years and years ago. The Italians, you know, they all have, you know, their own kind of version of, you know, everything from, you know, from the witches and the paganism to, you know, the druids, you know, there's all of that stuff here. And if you know, if you believe that you've got, you know, what is it? People that kind of look after, you know, these spirits and elements that come with you, then absolutely they could be here, whether they want to go back or not. You know, it's really interesting. Well, I like that you brought that up, because Dano from the Cryptid podcast has just commented, and that was my face, right? I just read I was like, what? Yeah, that's not that interesting. No, it is. Dano says, I think a little troll came to Germany from Iceland with a guy I was stationed with. Interesting. Tell us about that story, Dano. Yeah, that's cool. Ooh, that's interesting, because we do know of trolls up around that area, and we've heard lots of stories and that sort of stuff. So I would love to hear that story. And okay, it's like we come across stories where you're just like, this entity or whatever this is out of place. You know, it's out of place, and you're like, this doesn't go back into that history. You know, it's like if somebody saw a dragon here. Yeah. You know, it's like there are dragons here. You know, people do see dragons here, but I believe that, you know, it's coming from, they're coming from somewhere else. You know, I mean, again, the realm, talking about the realm opening and, these kind of things, the veil, sorry. So it's just like, I mean, this has been going on for a while. But I believe that they're more from the northern hemisphere than it is from the southern hemisphere. We have a different type of entity,
totally.
and
like
and
displaced, aren't they?
Yeah. But I mean, that's it. They can go where, can they just go wherever they want? Are they connected to those people? So what's Dano saying?
Okay, so he says, are you looking at my face? My face keeps doing weird reactions because Dano's writing comments. He says, he was taking things. I had to bribe it with tobacco and booze to get my stuff back, all taken from my locked dorm room.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's wild. Little
That's
bugger.
what they're known for.
Yeah, moving stuff and taking stuff, right?
Yeah.
That playful kind of annoyance, mischievousness.
Yeah. You're like, where are my keys?
Where are those oranges gone? I don't need them in the dishwasher. I'm trying to be healthy. But okay. So, before the 1800s, elves were really powerful, unpredictable, and even dangerous, right?
Yeah.
And then the Victorian writers and the illustrators softened them. So let's take it, kind of bring it into modernness now, right? Modern society, kind of getting into how it became elf on a shelf, where we just scare the living crap out of our children and annoy the hell out of them, right? Just the fun stuff. So basically, elves became around the 1800s, elves became tiny, playful, and childlike. They were drawn in bright clothes, big hats, pointed ears. They became mischief makers rather than threats, and they appeared in Christmas literature, cards, and early illustrations, never before the 1800s. Victorians loved to write stories about them, like little helpers or cheeky sprites or naughty fairy children, when in reality they were horrible and would cause major havoc in your house and to
steal your children,
sit on your chest and stop you from breathing, all the fun stuff, This shifted the elves from fear to fun, right? They Disneyfied it. And the Christmas connection begins about mid 1800s, and this was kind of basically in a single line changed everything for the Victorian era. In 1823, there was a classic poem that was written. It was called A Visit from Saint Nicholas, and it describes Santa Claus as a right jolly old elf in the poem. Literally, that single line opened the door for elves to be connected to Santa. There was no connection to Santa, to St. Nicholas before 1823 and before this poem was written by a guy called Clement C. Moore.
He was the night before Christmas.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. He also describes his round belly, rosy cheeks, and twinkling eyes, helping to create the modern image of Santa Claus. Also, if you delve into any sort of Santa Claus, we know that that's bullshit too. But Santa was not a nice dude either. And I think we've got some blog posts coming out by our members, which is going to be great because I know one of them is actually about the haunting of Christmas. So I can't wait to release that and read it.
I want to see the movie. It's got like the rogue reindeer that are going around killing everyone. Oh, and deading everyone.
Reindeer weren't real.
In the Christmas movie, I'll watch Elf and then I'll watch that one. Oh, maybe I'll watch that one first and watch a Happy Elf one after.
Oh my God. Do you know what that movie's called, Juliet?
I'll find it.
I'll read this and you find it for us because I really want to watch that too. I feel like that could be the Christmas Day movie that we're all waiting for. The line in the poem is, he was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, which he was not, but it allowed Santa to be connected with elves, right? Other descriptive details included his belly shaking like a bowl full of jelly and his beard being as white as snow. So that's kind of where it started. 1823 is where it kicked off.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find you a picture. Oh my God.
Okay, find it. Let us know when you're ready, okay? So 1850s to 1880s, illustrators, especially in America, they began drawing Santa with tiny elf helpers, making toys. This is literally where it started. The elves looked like mini Victorian children in pointed hats. They were playful, mischievous, hardworking, and cheeky. And this was the birth of the Christmas elf personality. Helpful, not naughty. Oh, maybe a little bit naughty, but not super naughty. And the worst part, in the 1850s and the 1880s, children were working in factories, okay? Let's remember this. This was the Industrial Revolution. Children were working in factories with pointed hats so that they could be found. Not great, not great. In which case, basically, they then decided to take the Scandinavian Nisut and the other one, the Tomu, to the United States, right? So they took it from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark and Finland, and finally brought it over to the United States. And these beings were tiny, temperamental, hardworking, active at night. They basically were Disney-fied and turned into the elves watching you, elves judging behavior, elves moving things around at night, and elves doing chores or causing chaos that were unseen. And this is what moved them into the Christmas elves that we have today. Cheeky, busy, playful. The department stores got involved. Christmas turned into this big, giant marketing opportunity. Western culture stole it. And now in 2005, the modern explosion of Elf on the Shelf happened. That is how we brought you from ancient civilization to today. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed the timeline.
Funny. All right, go to your
Me Messenger.
Yeah.
All right, I'm having a look. I'm finding it. What's the movie called? Tell us.
It is called Bambi the Reckoning. After a mother and son get in a car wreck, they soon become hunted by a Bambi, a mutated bear, a grief-stricken creature that embarks on a rampage seeking revenge for the death of its mother.
Oh my God. Hold, please.
Yeah. So it's not really a Christmas one, but then there's
There we go. This is a picture of Bambi the Reckoning. It's literally reindeer.
Yeah.
Welcome to his stomping grounds. This is going to be our Christmas movie, everyone. Bambi the Reckoning. That is so funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Can you read us the synopsis again, Jules?
Oh, okay, hang on. Let me just.
Sorry, I wasn't really listening because I was looking at the picture of this giant vampire zombie Bambi bloody reindeer in front of a moon with Bambi the Reckoning on it.
Yeah, so but basically it boils down to is that it's a British independent horror film, which will be great in itself. And it's basically about a mother and son. I think they have a car accident and kill the mother of Bambi, and so Bambi goes on a rampage basically trying to kill everyone. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah,
I love it. Lovey love.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's like the zombie one too.
Yeah, there's a few little kind of Christmas like like movies like that should be watched at Christmas time, possibly without your children, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah. So because there's a funny unicorn one too, the killer unicorn one as well. So that's got what's the name from Wednesday. So yeah, real funny.
Oh yeah.
I just thought that was really funny, Killer Bambi.
Well, I think that's wonderful. I have a couple of videos that I want to show you as we kind of wrap up our Christmas elf get together.
Got some funny elf ones.
I've got a couple of elfy ones to show you. Okay, so are you guys ready?
We're ready.
And if you're not watching this, you can if you're just listening to this on the podcast, you can jump over to YouTube and go and watch this if you want. These were taken from like TikTok and Facebook, and you can pretty much just Google search naughty elf on the shelf funny clips, and they're hilarious. They're so funny. Okay, are you ready? Turn your sound up so you can hear everything. All right, I'm just going to share my desktop so that we can see it all. Right, so this is the first one. This is an elf angel in the flower. He's making a little elfie angel. This is just a picture of him because I wanted to start nice.
Naughty and nice. He's the nice
Naughty
one.
and nice. Now, I'm just trying to give all the parents out there some ideas of what to do this year for your elfie elf to scare your children. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one is, we've already seen this one with the bananas, making minions out of the bananas. Two little elves causing some trouble, and I'm sure the kids would think that's quite funny versus rude and annoying, but it's going to get better, so just bear with us. This is the next one. So this guy here has tied up his friend in a slinky.
Yeah.
And maybe some of you remember what slinkies are, but you should all go and find yourself a slinky. Because they're freaking awesome. We actually have like a 1980s one, like from when my dad and my mum went to Australia, or they went on a trip somewhere, and they brought home one of these huge colorful slinkies, and we still have it, and Manea always tangles it up, and I'm like, oh, get off it. So possibly the reason why we shouldn't have slinkies, but you know. And this is my this is a flower angel as well.
The flower angel, yeah.
Which I thought was quite cool, actually. I thought it was nice. Thank you, flower angel. And this is my last picture, which I thought was quite funny. This is an elf sitting on top of a sandwich press with two other elves sticking out the side of it. I was like, that is great. I friggin' love these.
Oh, you've done nice, clean ones. Good on you.
Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't do the dirty ones because I thought we're going to get fired from YouTube. And Juliet is the one that gets us fired all the time, okay? Not me.
It's not me. I'm the good
Okay,
one.
so this is my first little video. Let's get rid of all the children's faces on there. Right, can you see my little video?
Yep.
Okay, you ready? Sound up. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's no sound. It's okay. Okay. Here's the video playing. I don't know why there's no sound on this, but I'll sing you a song if you want. He's such a toad. He's literally running around putting balls everywhere in the house, and has filled up the entire bathroom with like colorful balls. And now he's gone down to the kitchen, and he's throwing mum's post-its everywhere and sticking post-its all over the house. Which, number one, we like the stationery, and if anyone ever screwed with my stationery like this, I would just kill them.
That's expensive.
He's swinging in the apple container. He's put post-its everywhere. Oh my God, I'd be so pissed off.
I'd be so mad.
And that's a picture of literally post-its covering the entire kitchen. This is my next one, which for obvious reasons needs to be shown. This is an elf riding a chicken. So for everyone, yeah, this is an elf riding a chicken, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be my next one, okay? This is what I'm going to do this year. I have chickens. I am going to put an elf on a chicken. He doesn't seem to
be worried about him on there. She's like, oh, whatever.
I know. He's having a good old ride. And this is the one that really kind of freaked me out. There's another one. Hang on. Let's watch this one first. Okay, so let's just watch this one first. I've got two to go, okay? You ready? Yeah. It says, Daddy got to the elf tonight. And there's an elf sitting on a cup. And it says, rule number 1, never trust a fart. And it's got chocolate coming out of the elf's butt. Just for everyone that's just listening to me talk right now. And this is the last one, right? And this did my head in a little bit because I was like, holy moly, is there actually something going on here, right? So it says, elf on a shelf tried to escape, and he's he's taped the elf on a shelf to a wall. And then there's a picture of him sitting down and having a bit of a lie down on the couch. And check this out. So he's like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to have a lie down on the couch. And the elf starts moving and shifts his legs and falls off the wall. You want to watch that again? Watch this, right? So he's taped him up to the wall. He starts moving. His arms start moving. And he falls down and wakes the guy up. Ha! I was like, oh my God, I wonder if they are paranormal. What do you think?
It's like, what are the stupid toys that all these kids like? Those doll things?
Oh, the La Boo Boo.
Oh, La Boo Boos. Got the La Boo Boos.
Oh, I know, right? And I'm just like,
well, that's it. Everybody, it's back to that thing. We're putting energy into, we're manifesting. Are we manifesting these elves to come to life? Because that would be pretty funny. Because then they could sort it out and then we just deal with it in the morning. Do you know how many times you go, oh, you hop in bed and you're like, I haven't done the elf.
I don't know. I've never done the elf, so I don't know if I want to start it, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't do it every night, but there's like on the 1st of December, the elves bring the kids new PJs and socks. So that's a new thing on the 1st of December. That's a thing that they always get. So they get new Christmas PJs. And then
that's cool. I know somebody else that does that actually. Christmas pajamas. So we haven't started anything in our house, and we've got a 4-year-old. Like Manea's only 4, so we probably should start something so that he can be excited. He does have a Christmas stocking.
Yeah. They get Christmas stockings, and they generally, I mean, these guys are a bit old now for the Christmas books, because we used to get them a new Christmas book each, and we used to read Christmas stories like reindeers, like Santa's going over Wellington, Santa's going over Mal, stuff like that. But yeah, they're kind of a bit old for those stories now.
Dano from the Cryptid Podcast says my grandson doesn't buy it. Doesn't buy it. He's too smart for you, man.
No elf on the shelf.
Too smart for you. Well, I feel like I don't know if Manea would buy it, because he said to me do you know what he did the other day, Jules? And everyone watching and listening, my little boy goes, Mummy, I'm leaving. And I said, really, darling, where are you going? And he said, I'm going to pack my bag and I'm going to go and sleep at Bigfoot's house. And oh my God, I wasn't even upset. I was like, I'm so proud of you.
Yay!
It's like, oh, you're winning, my son. You're winning. Yeah. Dano from the Cryptid Podcast says he told me he calls BS on the elf on the shelf. He doesn't know what BS means.
How old is he? Oh man, you need to get him bad. You need to get him bad. Yeah,
that is funny.
A nice little permanent marker moustache for a day. Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that what you did to your grandkids, Jill?
No, it wasn't permanent marker, but it was like a black felt. So we drew moustaches on them, and then we had the elf sitting there with a little note with the pencils, laughing his ass off.
Oh, he says he's 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Abby's 10. She's a little worried because Eli got the elf out before December, and so I know some people go, oh, the magic, and we're just like, oh, dude, you're in for it now, mate. Should have done that.
Screwed it up, bro.
Screwed it up. You've upset him. So the elf had to disappear and go back to Santa, and we're just like, man, hope you apologize. You can see him like going, this is really not real, but then you can see him like going, maybe it is. What's going to happen?
I love being a parent or a grandparent where you get to really screw with your children.
Yeah.
He said,
funny.
Oh, Dano says his parents would have a fit, and he says they are lame. Are they listening to this podcast, Dano? Are they listening?
Oh my God! Another one is like a bit of the other one is like dyeing their hair, getting some like green food coloring and doing like little spots.
Oh, that would be so funny.
It's the end of the year, man. It'll wash out eventually. And then
that would be so funny.
I tried to turn you into an elf.
Yeah. I thought you would be my Christmas tree. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I feel like I'm gonna have to do that for Manea now. So I'm gonna have to go and buy myself a Christmas elf.
Yeah.
And start causing
Don't buy
trouble.
the expensive ones. Just go to like go get one of the cheapy ones.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta have fun, eh? You know, you gotta have fun. And you know, like I've been looking for a little mini Bigfoot, and can I find one? No, I can't, because we were gonna do Christmas Bigfoot and all sorts of stuff, and
Yeah.
I just haven't been able to find any. So if you've got a Christmas Bigfoot, DM me so I can go and purchase one and get it sent to the arse end of the world. Because apparently New Zealand
it won't arrive before Christmas.
Oh no, I know. It's going to have to be like a New Year's option. Anyway, hey, that, my friend, was enlightening. That's it. The word nightmare comes from Christmas elf, from night elf. So remember that, right? Nightmare is night elf. Naughty little toads that used to sit on your chest and give you sleep paralysis.
So what was his name? Alan Arlo or something? The one that sits on your chest?
Oh God, can't remember. Hang on, I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you. Hold. Alpha.
Alpha.
Oh, no. Sorry. No. The German Alp. So Alpha is the Norse.
That's right.
One. Alp. ALP is the German. Of course he's German, eh? You know? And on that note, moving along.
They've actually got some gnarly cryptid and creaturey things over there. So.
Oh, yeah, they sure do. They've got hands and all sorts of stuff.
A lot of cannibals.
Finger lady. Yeah. Hey, next week we are talking about terrifying Christmas traditions. So that'll be really interesting. So come and join us. Yes, Krampus. Thank you. We've got comments coming through. Krampus.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The horse head.
Oh God, so many. Like, knock on the door, and if you don't answer the door and offer beer, you get eaten or something terrible like that. There's lots of insane kind of things going on. So next week will be our terrifying Christmas traditions. Come and join us. The week after, we are having a virtual Christmas party. And there are people that have been invited, and you are going to want to be a part of that one. It is free. It is on YouTube. There will be freebies. There will be merch giveaways. There'll be all sorts of fun stuff. So you've got to come and join us. Subscribe to the channel now if you haven't done so. Wear your Christmas hat. Put your notifications on so that you know what's going on, because that is going to be fun. And what's happening in 2 days, Juliet?
I think there's this lady called Heather. I think you might know her.
I do.
Heather.
From Miss Heather Amaro, the co-host of Expedition X, is coming to join us for a members only Q&A live in the members portal, and you get to be a part of it. All you have to do is go over to cryptidwomensociety.com, get yourself a membership, to a Truth Seeker membership, and then you get to be a part of that. You get to ask questions, get real-time answers. She never does this. This is just for our members. If you know a girl, get her to get a membership, and you can sit next to her, guys. You don't have to miss out, okay? All good. You don't have to miss out.
Put on a bit of lippy, boys. You'll be fine.
And you can totally identify as a woman for the day. That's fine. Whatever. Just get yourself a membership. You must.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you all there. It's going to be phenomenal. The day after, I'm talking to Heather Arnold over in Aruba about giants. Can't wait. Super.
Lisa's obsessed with giants. If people haven't figured that out yet,
giants in Antarctica are my two favorite things. Yeah, it's wild. I love you all for joining us. Thank you so much. Pop on over to the new podcast by Cryptid Podcast, Dano over there, called Mysteries and Cryptids. God, I hope I got that right. Mysteries and Cryptids. Yes, go and pop over to Mysteries
on
and
YouTube.
Cryptids. Going live shortly on YouTube. Go and give them a like, give them a share, all of the above. We love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. Jules has got all sorts of stuff to go and get her ass into today. She's got bucket loads of stuff to do. So she's going to go and enjoy herself. And please enjoy December, which is Juliet's birthday month.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just like, oh, God. Katie, my daughter's like, what do you want for your birthday? I went, oh, fuck, I don't know. A day off.
A day off.
A day off.
Yeah, 100%.
I know. Everyone's going, yay, I'm on Christmas holidays, and I don't get to have Christmas holidays. So
all the way through.
I don't get to have any holidays until February. So
Ooh, what are we doing in February?
I'm coming to New Zealand.
Oh my God, you're coming to New Zealand. I totally forgot. Oh my God. Oh my God.
My people.
Oh my God, Juliet's coming to New Zealand. And guess what we'll be doing? Cryptid hunting, paranormal investigating, drinking wine.
Eating fish and chips.
Yeah, I tell you what, I get 1 week between Christmas and New Year's and I'm back on, and I probably work all the way through anyway. So,
Yeah,
that's what happens when you run 2 businesses. You just got to juggle them, right?
Yeah. And because like the big boss is going away, so I'm there full time.
Yeah. Well, holy moly. Keep an eye on the socials. Thank you everyone for sharing and joining us. We love y'all. I'm going to pop on over to Cryptids and Mysteries and go and watch that now. And love you all to pieces. I love you a lot wherever you are on my screen.
Yeah, I'm up. I love you too.
I love you too.
I'm down, you're up. Well, on my screen anyway. On other screens, it could be completely different.
Totally. And can we just give a quick shout out? Cryptid Podcast, Dano, my birthday is on January the 1st. Happy birthday if we don't say it again. All right, y'all. We love you. Big kisses and cuddles.
Bye,
Have
everyone.
a fantastic start to your winter/summer, wherever you are in the world. And be safe. Love you to pieces.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
That make Dano a Sagittarian as well.
Oh, I tell you what.
Maybe.
Makes Dano just like you. Okay, see ya.
He understands.
He gets it. See you, team. Love ya.
Bye.